All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Speaking from an overall standpoint, your every thought and feeling is your prayer. Every thought tends to manifest itself, except it's neutralized by a thought of greater intensity. In a specific sense, prayer is conscious contact with the infinite intelligence within you. Prayer must be based upon the spiritual premise that there is a supreme intelligence within us that becomes the thing we desire, to the degree that we accept this as being true. Effective prayer is a sustained, affirmative attitude of mind which results in conviction. Once your desire is completely accepted subconsciously, it works automatically as part of the creative law. The real test of whether or not you have reached a conviction is that your mind accepts the idea completely and cannot conceive of the opposite. You must believe what you want to believe, and when you do, you have really impressed your subconscious mind. Then your subconscious will respond accordingly. There is an infinite intelligence operating in your subconscious mind which responds to your conscious mind, thinking, and imagining. You must come to a definite decision in your conscious mind. You must decide what you want to know, and then trust the deeper mind to answer you. When you turn over your request to your subconscious mind, you should do so with the absolute conviction that it has the know-how of accomplishment, that it will respond to you according to the nature of your request. The Bible says, "Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth. He that seeketh findeth. To him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent?" Here the Bible tells you that when you ask for bread, you will not get a stone, but rather the embodiment of your request. Keep on asking, seeking, and knocking until you receive a response from your subconscious mind, the nature of which is responsiveness. Become enthusiastic. Feel and know that there is a solution to every problem, a way out of every dilemma, that there are no incurable conditions. There are people who believe they're incurable, and of course is done unto them as they believe. But with God all things are possible. Here's an illustration of how effective prayer works. A woman in Los Angeles lost a beautiful diamond ring, was quite perturbed for a while. She said to herself, "What is the truth about this ring?" She answered herself this way, "Nothing is lost in infinite mind. The intelligence in my subconscious mind knows where the ring is. It leads me to it." After a few minutes, she had the feeling to go back to the bus stop at Wilshire Boulevard in Lucerne. She found the ring on the street close to the entrance to the bus. Apparently she lost it while getting changed prior to boarding the bus. The truth made her free of worry. To pray effectively, you change your mind to conform to the eternal verities which never change. You do not beg or supplicate or beseech to do so as to attract more lack and limitation, because you're denying that it is already given to you, for God is the giver and the gift. No matter what you seek already is, because everything comes forth from the infinite. You simply reorder your mind and align yourself with the truth. Charles Lindbergh knew the value of praying effectively. Almost everyone has read newspaper articles of his famous flight to Paris. He flew across the Atlantic Ocean without co-pilot, radio, or parachute. Guided only by a compass. He fell asleep in the plane. Asleep, he says, with his eyes wide open. Experienced the higher powers of his subconscious mind ruling, governing, and controlling his mind and body. which directed the flight and prodded him to activity when necessary. Lindbergh, in this state, where his conscious reasoning mind was suspended in sleep, became aware of vague, transparent forms riding with him. He said, "My skull is one great eye." These fourth-dimensional beings had forms, were phantom-like, were very friendly. They spoke with human qualities and gave him rare information on navigation and reassured and comforted him all the way. These friendly people had no rigid bodies, yet they remained human in outline form. This experience illustrates the tremendous powers in the depths of your mind. And when you trust your subconscious completely, you will always get a response. Lindbergh was unable to keep his log or focus his attention on the route, yet when he awakened, he sighted Ireland and was only a few miles off his course. This episode in the life of one of the greatest aviators should give you faith and confidence in the wonder-working powers of your deeper mind. If there is discord in your home or office, you can claim that the absolute harmony of the Infinite One reigns supreme in your mind and in that of the other person or persons. Keep up this prayer until the day breaks and the shadows flee away. This prayer, the absolute harmony of the Infinite, animating, sustaining, permeating the entire atmosphere. This prayer will bring results. Rearrange all your thoughts, imagery, and responses on the side of peace and harmony. If you see hatred in the other, practice knowing the divine love dissolves everything unlike itself in the mind and heart of that person, and also in your own mind and heart. This would be effective prayer. What is true of the Infinite is true of you. To know this is the truth which sets you free. If you do not know the answer to a perplexing problem, claim that the wisdom of the Infinite reveals to you the answer. You will receive it. God is the name for that infinite presence and power within you, for the principle of life, and for the way your conscious and subconscious mind works. Where divine love, peace, harmony, and joy live, there is no evil, harm, or sickness. The cure for all your problems is to practice the presence of God, which means to fill your soul with divine love, divine peace, divine power, divine harmony, and divine right action. If you believe in sickness, disease, and failure which distresses you, you will always get the reaction of your own belief. The great truths of the Infinite are available to all men, just the same as the sun shines on the just and the unjust, and the rain falls on the good and the evil. All that is necessary is faith in God. Faith in its true meaning is the practice of the presence of God. You are told a wonderful story in the 8th chapter of Luke about a woman who had an issue of blood for 12 years, probably cancer, and who could not be healed by the physicians of the day. The Bible says she pressed through the multitude and touched the border of his garment and was made whole. In the psychological language of the Bible, this means any man or woman who is sincere and perseveres, pushes his or her way through the many opinions, false beliefs, and fears in his mind, which thwart the healing. When he brushes them all aside and gives himself wholeheartedly to the Infinite, the response comes. The woman in the Bible committed herself completely to the divine presence, trusting the infinite healing presence completely. The infinite presence responded by pouring forth the healing presence, and she was made whole. Are you sold on the Infinite and the infinite healing power within you? Some years ago I listened to a sales manager talk to his men. He said the first thing you do is to find a prospect. The second step is to get his attention and interest. The third step is to win his confidence and create a desire. The fourth step is to know that it is done, which closes the sale. Are you sold on the Infinite Do you believe implicitly that God or the infinite intelligence in you can heal you? That's your prospect, isn't it? It can solve your problems, wipe away all tears, set you on the high road to happiness and freedom and peace of mind. So the second step would be to get attention and interest, wouldn't it? So if you believe implicitly that there is a healing presence within you, you're selling yourself to your higher self. Your higher self is your prospect. Give your attention to the infinite and divine love. Believe that God who made you can heal you. Be sincere and honest. Give all power allegiance to the infinite. You must give allegiance or recognition to no other power. Then and only then are you selling yourself to the infinite. Begin to use your mind in the right way. Refuse to give power to anything but the living Spirit Almighty within you. Then you will be like the woman with the issue of blood, who succeeded in pushing her way through the motley crew in her own mind, false beliefs, and touched the presence of the infinite, resulting in an instantaneous healing. So the first step in praying effectively is complete allegiance, devotion, and loyalty to the only presence and power within you. This power created you, it can heal you. Secondly, you must definitely, absolutely, and completely refuse to give power to any external thing or any other power but the infinite. You give no power to the phenomenalistic world or to any person, place, or thing. The third step, whatever the problem, difficulty, or sickness may be, turn away from the problem and affirm feelingly and knowingly, God is, and this infinite healing presence flows through me now, vitalizing, energizing, healing my whole being. Infinite love flows through me as right action and divine freedom. The fourth step is to give thanks for the happy solution. Rejoice and say, Father, I thank Thee for the perfect answer. I know it is God in action now. I have mentally touched the border of His garment, and I have pinpointed the whole reaction of the infinite power, and it is wonderful. So turn to that indwelling presence and remind yourself of that infinite ocean of peace, of absolute harmony, wholeness, beauty, boundless. Know that the infinite presence and power loves you and cares for you. As you pray this way, fear will gradually fade away. Turn your mind to the God and His love. Feel and know that there is only one healing power, and His corollary. There is no power to challenge the action of the infinite. Quietly and lovingly affirm that the uplifting, healing, strengthening power of the healing presence is flowing through you, making you every whit whole. Know and feel that the harmony, beauty, and life of the infinite are made manifest in you as strength, as peace, as vitality, beauty, wholeness, and right action. If you pray about a heart condition, do not think of the organ as diseased, as this would not be spiritual thinking. Thoughts are things. Your spiritual thought takes the form of cells, tissue, nerves, and organs. To think of a damaged heart or high blood pressure tends to suggest more of what you already have. Cease dwelling on symptoms, organs, or any part of the body. Simply dwell upon the infinite healing presence within you, flowing through you as beauty, love, harmony, joy, wisdom, power, strength. And then you are really glorifying God in your body.